Are you faithful or are you just not cheating? Not cheating is just not doing something. Being faithful, on the other hand, is an action.
Yeah, I am saying such and such a.
Everybody, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content from Such and Such Radio. As always, we talk about stuff. We got plenty of content to give to y'all. We just have discussions about different things. I'm hoping that it's helping people. If it's helping you, please share it with somebody else so that it possibly can help them. Y'all know I'm a hip hop fan. I love hip hop. Like it's the message for the culture to me. So a lot of times through messages for the culture, I see deeper meanings behind certain stuff. And huge Texas music fan from Louisiana, so I grew up on Texas music. One of the best songs that came out during the time period when Texas music was super hot was "Chillin' with My Bra" by Big Hawk. Y'all know the song "Chillin' with My Bra," and you already know. If you wanna reach me, hit me on the down low. Y'all know the rest. But man, that song is almost the perfect example of what I want to talk about today. And what I want to talk about is, are you faithful or are you just not cheating? And yeah, I know it might sound like that's the same thing, but it's not. And let me explain. Not cheating is just not doing something. Like you're just not doing it. And that's under your power. Not cheating is just you not taking forth no action or putting forth any efforts basically because of just self-restraint. And while I commend you and encourage you to continue in that direction, I caution you that if you have slipped up before, like we sometimes like to say, or you've been lacking in discipline, then that shows you that your self-restraint has limits. There's only so much that you can do alone. There's only so much that you can do under your own power. It comes to a point to where you have to reach out to a power and tap into something that's outside of you. And whenever you reach into something that's outside of you, then you have help. And that's where being faithful comes into place, because being faithful, on the other hand, is an action. You take steps to keep yourself out of infidelity. You remain mindful of your relationship and avoid improper conversations. Now, all of these things that can be done as just not cheating, but this is where it takes a deeper dive, because being faithful is believing in your relationship and having a spiritual connection that keeps you committed. When you just not cheating, as soon as an argument pops up, soon as things don't go your way, or soon as, everything ain't in the honeymoon phase and stuff like that, you start thinking about somebody else. You start thinking about this person that you had this conversation with. You start mingling and dibbling and dabbling and stuff like that, which leads to other improper stuff. When things ain't going as you think they should, and things not going according to plan, you start thinking about hitting the door. But understand this: faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. So when you faithful or full of faith, then that's whenever times get hard and the relationship gets rocky. Although you might not see it in the midst of the argument, although you might not know it at the time whenever y'all heated, the evidence of the love is still there. Although it may be no substance of the moment in the disagreement, faith gives you the expectation and the hope that it's going to get easy and it's going to get better. So that's why I say whenever you are, just not cheating, don't do that, brothers. because like I don't want I love love. I love being in love. I love my wife dearly, and I want others to have it because that's what we need back into the community. We need these stronger family bonds. We need these stronger relationships and everything so that the family unit can be strong. Once the family unit is strong, if my household is strong, my guy next to me's household is strong, my guy over here's household is strong, okay, now we have a community of strong families. And then with this community of strong families, now we can feed into our children because my son might not look to me and my wife's relationship all the time, as I would hope, but he might look next door to my brother. He might see something in him. And if I know that my brother's built his house on the same standards of mine, then I know whenever my son's over there playing with his kids, he getting the same thing. Or when his daughter comes over here, I know my wife ain't fixing to be teaching his daughter how to twerk. My wife ain't fixing to be showing his kids an example of something that's improper. That's how we build community, y'all. First, I'm starting with a strong family unit, starting with a strong household, and then we build a community of strong households. And like I said, the first thing is, fellas, get yourself in order. Stop that cheating. Because like I saw in the Jeezy interview where he said, with Nia Long, he said, shout out to them, great interview. He said, real niggas don't cheat. And I agree with that so totally. Like, to where, but that's why I wanted to take it a step further and say, real niggas don't just cheat, they are faithful. And that's why I want to ask you the question, are you faithful or just not cheating? And the reason, like I said, I use the Big Hawk song is because it's sad to say R.I.P. to Hawk, but Hawk wasn't being faithful. Hawk was just not cheating. Because he still had this girl in the background. He told you, she kissing and hugging me, infatuated with the thug in me, loving me. So, she was still there. He had still messed with her. He was just in the moment, chilling with his broad. In the moment, he was still just kicking it with the woman he was with, but this girl was still in the background. That ain't being faithful. That's just not cheating. So that's why I want to encourage y'all and say, hey, please be faithful in y'all relationships and let's build ourselves up.